seen the Alligator Alcatraz that Ron DeSantis and Trump is parading around?
Yeah,
dude,
man.
I don't know what's going on with them, bro.
So I guess they built a secret facility because this shit, the way how fast they built this, this had to be in the works for a minute.
For me, yeah.
T.O., they joked about it on one day within 8 days. You telling me that quick? Nah.
Yeah, so that's
a secret. Yeah.
They end up building not too far. They end up building they say the Alligator Alcatraz for illegal immigrants, and that's where they're gonna house them. And they say that's the last spot they're gonna house them before they send them off to their country and never come back.
Correct.
So I look at it like this, man. With that whole situation, I think it's sad, bro. Like I think it's sad where this country's going. It's sad how people are kind of like coming to the grips of this. Is sad because I see a lot of people cheering it on.
Right.
A lot of people are like, yo, yeah, send them back. Or listen, bro, that's the way that they doing this. They doing this like these people are like animals.
Right.
They're like, you know what I'm saying? They like cattle that you just slap into a cage. These people not criminals.
Yeah.
These people coming out here trying to do better and provide a better life for their families. You feel me? I don't see nothing wrong with that. I get it. You came here illegally.
Which inherently is a crime.
Which inherently is a crime. That's cool. That's cool.
So that's where it becomes muddy, that, bro. Where it's saying, hey, you're gonna take anybody who's had a crime. If they've had a crime, that's a crime. If you're saying a violent crime, that's something different. But if you're saying just a crime, point blank period, a blanket statement, I'm not gonna lie to you. If you came into the country illegally, they're gonna see it as if it's quote unquote a crime. Now to say you're gonna house 5,000 people within that spot, I think y'all boys seen the video. Spot like a kennel, like a little dog kennel almost. You know what I'm saying? That's a lot, fool.
And I think it's alligator infested.
Yeah,
it's like, damn, we don't even put our murderers and rapists around alligators, but we're gonna put some
more than alligators. We already know it's in Everglades, snakes, panthers, you name it,
bears.
You name it, bro. It's out there, bro. You know what I mean? So I think Ron DeSantis said, so it's 40 miles from civilization. If they were to break out, where they gonna go? All they got is a swamp out there. Alcatraz was surrounded by a bay.
Yeah, by water.
Yeah. So they saying this shit's surrounded by the swamp.
It's sad.
And how much money that took?
Dog.
What is four?
I think 453.
Yeah, 450.
Almost 400 million. That's what they said.
Yeah, that's crazy.
And
Bro,
eventually that's gonna come out of what? FEMA?
FEMA.
That's what they
bro,
saying.
we don't
That's
even get
fucked
that
up.
aid for when hurricanes
Exactly,
destroys us,
my
bro.
point exactly.
Like they investing money in the wrong places, bro. Like we don't need that, dog.
It just shows you how out of touch the president of the United States and the Florida governor is.
What is
out of touch with who?
What is he getting out of doing this?
What I'm saying is like out of touch. Like this.
You think he's out of touch with his base, or he's out of touch with American sentiment right now?
I'm talking about American sentiment.
Yeah. I can understand that.
Yeah,
like they like people just like I was watching Joe Rogan, his podcast, and he said straight up, he's like, and Joe usually goes left and he's right, sometimes in the middle. But I watched him say something, and I always give people credit. No, if they went right, if they voted Republican or they voted Democrat. I see him come out and say like, yo, if people knew that you was gonna go pull people out of graduations, camp out and pull people from construction sites and Home Depots, he would never have became president because that's not what people signed up for.
As I said before, I can't take that from him because, listen, if last year in 2024, Joe Rogan and other guys, right, are saying, hey, we're going from due to immigration, right? They're all pro immigrant, like all that, whatever, get rid of everybody. They're all going for that. And they know that he's already preaching, hey, I'm finna get rid of 10 million immigrants. We got them here, we're gonna get rid of them. Where did he think that they were gonna find them? Where did Joe Rogan in particular? Now I'm with you, T.O. He is sometimes centered. I'm with you. But right now on this situation, but it's a little too late, bro, for him to come to grips with this. In 2024, where did that nigga think that Trump was gonna find 10 million immigrants from? Illegal immigrants that are doing wrong, that are doing mal to people. That's not existing, bro. The simple fact that he needs to go round up people at warehouses, folks that are working respectable jobs, folks that are not doing anything wrong. Where did Joe Rogan and the others think that he was going to find these folk at? It was always going to end up being people who are contributing, members of society. They may have came here under the pretense of illegal immigration, understandable, but now they're working jobs where they're contributing to their community, they're doing X, Y, and Z, but now they're not able to.
And none of that matters.
Come on, how?
Yeah.
Now, I'm with you. I'll give Joe Rogan the credit. I'll give him somewhat of a credit. Now, I'm not going to say 100% credit, but I'll give him somewhat of a credit now for coming around now, but it's a little too late, fool.
How he breaks it down, how you breaking it down, Dolo, I don't think people saw that big picture like that.
You don't think so?
No, because what you're saying, like, people were cheering for it, even immigrants. Like, yeah, but they didn't, like, yo, that could have been me.
Yeah. Immigrants. Now, I'll be honest with you, bro. Within the immigrant structure, y'all know how it works. It's all classism. So you have Mexicans who saying, "Hey, send the Mexicans back." You know why? Because they're saying I'm a higher class of a Mexican, bro, and I don't want that nigga making me look bad. Like, you know, the OJ situation. Look at OJ over there with them niggas. You know what I'm saying?
Teal, what did I say to you? That's what it is. It's all about classism.
It is all about classism.
It comes down to that, fool. I don't know, Joe Rogan. I don't want to shit on him. I don't want to shit on him completely, Teal, because I'm with you. I'll give him somewhat of a credit right now, bro, but it's a little too late.
Where do we go from here? Because this is in the works, bro. They have a facility.
No,
bro.
it's complete.
And like we all know, like 8 days, bro. Nah, y'all been plotting this, bro.
Yeah. But to me, like I was saying earlier, it's kind of scary. Like, shit. Y'all built that in 7 days. How many can y'all build around the world and start
people we know,
enslaving people?
Like actually,
eventually,
people we know is gonna be gone away. Like we know a shorty that's gone.
Oh yeah.
So you feel me? Like,
what does this remind you of, though? Can't.
Man, listen, concentration camps being built in Nazi Germany. Concentration camps being built to ship, because that's what it looked like.
Yeah.
You know, the thing, my thing with this whole thing is my personal problem with this is when you look at Ron DeSantis, right? Listen to the name, Ron DeSantis. His people's is immigrants.
Yeah.
Mark Rubio. You listen to the name.
No, T.O. speaks specifically to what kind of an immigrant he is.
Yeah, these are guys that are like anchor babies.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So it's like, how do you hate immigrants that much when you come from an immigrant?
Class.
It's this is what it is, and this is where you see. You go to Cuba, I mean not Cuba, you go to Miami, that's how white Cubans are. It's like, it's classism. You know what I'm saying? I feel like I'm on a higher hierarchy than you are. So I'm better than you, you know? So that's why there's some Cubans, they don't give two craps if 300,000 Cubans go back.
They'll never
because they're looking like, oh shit. You gonna come here? You gonna come take my resources
there it goes.
that I'm supposed to get? That's let's be real. This is what's the problem now. People that you see sitting on the sideline and watching and being like, yo, fuck it. It's people who like, shit, I need, they're going to take away from my food stamps?
Yeah.
Or they're going to take away from my Section 8 that I'm getting paid for?
Right.
Or they're going to, nah. That's what people are fighting for.
When
you see people go to court and then they're having this big thing about immigrants and shit, bro, it's all about the crumbs. I'm going to be real. It's all about the crumbs that they're fighting for at the bottom.
Yeah.
That's why most of these arguments are happening. That's why you'll see a Cuban be on one side, you see a Venezuelan be on one side, you see a Haitian be on one side, Dominican be on one side. They're all going against each other. They don't care. Everybody's fighting for the crumbs at the bottom. At the any sensible person, any person that has any type of like will, any person that has any type of like a business savvy that's building something, that's trying to get up. They don't.
Yeah,
they're not poking their head into this shit right here. You feel me? Even if you're Haitian, Cuban, whatever it is, Black American, it's all the people at the bottom fighting for the crumbs who are arguing
every single time. But they're the ones that's most affected by it. That's why they're the ones that's most affected by it, that get the least benefits from it. Right? As you know, those at the top might get certain benefits from it. They may have certain businesses that are in play that are benefiting from certain things that are happening right now. So it's always going to be the bottom feeders that are going to benefit the least, fight about it the most, have the most discussions and arguments amongst each other, infighting the most, because they all at the bottom fucking on some, saying, crab in the barrel shit, bottom feeding shit. This Alcatraz shit, I don't know, man.
Yeah, it's crazy, man. Hey, man, listen, man. Hey, if you're an immigrant out there, bro, you feeling alone and shit, bro, just like I say, man, just hold on.
Call your folk back home, bro.
Gotta get your papers right as soon as you can, bro.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying. And if you anybody that's not an immigrant, you're a non-immigrant. I remember Dolo said this shit one time. I didn't really catch it till like later. Like it might not be at your front door now, but eventually it's gonna be at your front door. Where you think that it's not gonna affect you, it's gonna come to your front door and affect you. One way or another. They might be affecting those people one way, but these laws that are being passed through the Senate, just like trying to take away birthright citizenships or all that stuff, that's all gonna be attacked. And people who think that's not gonna affect, trust me, it's gonna affect that.
They coming for me, bro. They coming.
Yeah.
And this is all in 1 year, huh?
1 year?
A couple months, 6 months.
Yeah, bro. That nigga going crazy in 6 months,
Hurry up
bro.
and launch, bro.
He
Get
going
big because
crazy.
they might take me soon.
Oh shit, dog.
Nah,
leave my dog.
We'll
man.
have you on the webcam.
Don't send my dog back to Ochopee, bro. Come on, now, bro.
Nah, man. Hey, you seen the Jamaican? I don't know if he was like I don't think he was a prime minister. He was just I don't know if he was a politician. He said it straight up. He said, "Hey, man, y'all the 2,500 that's getting deported, and y'all don't come back here dealing with some bullshit now. If y'all come back here, y'all gonna be model citizens.
That's it.
Coming to integrate into society
That's it.
and work, build. You feel me? Bring your talents over here. But he said, hey, he said, don't come here thinking that you gonna come here and come what you was doing in America.
None of that fuck shit.
You know?
I don't know the 2,500 that I got took back. I don't know if they're criminals, but
I don't think they're criminals, bro.
Hey, let me tell you something. That nigga sent back good and bad, bro. He don't give a fuck, bro. He taking good niggas and bad niggas back. All y'all boys going right back, bro.
But you know what? You know what I think is gonna change. A lot of the stuff, and I think that's why Trump and the older generation of those what we call those not millennials, but those are the baby boomers.
Yeah, boomers.
That what they're scared of is the Gen Zs.
Yeah.
The Gen Zs are gonna be the ones who come in and change it.
Yeah.
They're scared of that. They see it happening. Like the Gen Z. Listen, the midterms. I know y'all not really familiar with that, but the midterms, you're gonna see how this just flips.
As in the house?
Yeah.
That's what T.O. thinks. I think completely opposite.
No, I think
they're working right now so that they can secure the midterm so that nigga, I'm telling you, T.O., I've said it to you before, Reaganite mentality, he's trying to create a MAGA mentality, bro. The same way how it was Reaganites.
Listen,
do the Gen Zs?
The Gen Zs are not putting up with it, bro. And I'm telling you, these kids are not putting up with it. These kids are more multicultural than ever now.